Germinal centers are specialized lymph nodes in which B cells and antibodies mature and evolve through a process called affinity maturation. The first step of this process is called somatic hypermutation, in which B cells undergo mutations in their genes encoding for antibodies in hopes that these antibodies will develop greater binding affinities for pathogens. So after this step, the newly mutated B cells migrate to the opposite end of the germinal center, where they undergo another process very similar to Darwinian selection. Basically, these antibodies compete for a limited number of antigens, which gives them anti-apoptotic molecules, transcription factors rather, and this is possible because these B cells are at a very pro-apoptotic state, meaning if they're not given those antigens, they'll basically die. So you need to be able to bind strongly and collect many antigens in order to survive. So in theory, by the end of this process, the best binding, the B cells with the highest affinity antibodies should be the survivors. These then compete again to leave the cell as plasmablasts, where they will create an effective immune response. Those that do not win go to the other end of the cell, germinal center, where they undergo somatic hypermutation again. Thus, over successive generations, antibodies increase their binding affinities with pathogens.